something a little bit different this morning. It's getting ready to have my breakfast, but I figured I'd take the opportunity to do an online interview for my friend Barbara Van Geffen from the BluesPagina. It's a nice website. It's got a lot of blues rock people up there. It's out of Holland, in the Netherlands there. Anyway, she sent me a list of questions I'm going to try to answer for her while I'm making my breakfast here, and while I'm eating my breakfast. Just getting ready to have me a fried chicken omelet. So I eat some baby chickens here, and I mix it with some dead chickens that are already fried up, that I fried up a couple days ago. I usually fry up a bunch of food at the beginning of the week, last meal of the week. Usually my meat, let me grab a napkin here. Anyway, my wife is a complete vegetarian, doesn't eat any meat, so I gotta fend for myself when it comes to eating meat. Anyway, Barbara in the BluesPagina, I guess you'd pronounce it. Her first question here is, could you tell us a little more about yourself? I could probably tell you a lot about myself. I don't know if I'm going out of the camera range here. I'm getting me some milk to mix with my eggs here. But a little about myself. I grew up in a town called Ypsilanti, Michigan. And that's west of Detroit. About 45 minutes. I think it's 35 miles west of Detroit. And it's kind of like a factory town. There was 3 or 4 car factories right in our town, and everybody in my neighborhood worked in the car factory. And it was mostly people came up during World War II, because during that time they converted the car factories into bomber plants and tanks. My mother worked in the tank plant in River Rouge, part of Detroit. It was the one on Henry Ford's first factories, I believe. But they were making tanks there. My mother installed some of the sights and the big guns and stuff when she was a young lady. And my dad was off in the war, fighting over in Europe. But anyway, I came from that town, grew up. Most of the people from down there, well, from Ypsilanti, they kind of immigrated there from the southern United States. Like our next door neighbors were from Alabama. They were from Kentucky, Mississippi, Louisiana. They came from everywhere to work in the car factories because the life was a little better than what they'd been living down in the south. So all my neighbors were kind of like southern, you know, a southern influence. So I guess this is mixed up enough. Anyway, you know, they brought their music with them, so I grew up with a lot of country music. My dad always had to, when we were making our eggs, like on Saturday morning, our eggs and bacon and stuff, my dad always had the country music station on. And that was real country back then, you know, Hank Thompson, Hank Williams, George Jones, Johnny Cash. My dad was a big Johnny Cash fan, still is. And me too, by the way. But matter of fact, I think today is Johnny Cash's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. My birthday was yesterday. We're here in February, towards the end of February, just about the end of February here in Hell, Michigan. So, what's her next question? That's a little about me. I just started playing guitar when I was 13 and haven't quit since. Been playing paying gigs since I was 13. Just started out around the neighborhood and branched out from there. Let me see, what's our next question? Why the name the Boogeyman from Hell? Well, because I like to play boogie, and which to me is just high energy blues and blues rock, kind of a mixture of them all. And you know, boogie to me actually is like you know, Hound Dog Taylor, Elmore James, some of the hard blues, and you know, Freddie King, some of that. And right at the moment I live in Hell, Michigan, and we're in my kitchen right now in Hell, Michigan. So I kind of, when I first started putting out records in over in Europe, one of the first ones was Get on the Boogie Train. So, and there was a song on there actually called The Boogeyman. So the name just kind of stuck when they asked me where I was from. I said Hell, Michigan, and the Boogeyman from Hell came from that. So how's life in Hell? Well, you can see how life in Hell is. This is morning for me. I usually get up, make myself some food, drink some coffee. I usually drink about a pot or so of coffee, at least, you know, 10 cups or so. And we'll progress from there. I'm going to cook this stuff up now. And if you want to watch that, let me switch a camera angle, and we'll do that.